muyozire ibanyi kwari foro barisachi omushiza no wanje mukazi nkanyari yangwachi nyenda kote charem mukibanyorengize omushiza katachimanya nabanabe katachimanya shagamaye nyenda kote charem niwonganjize omushiza tachimpana za mere tachingurana mbali mukibanyo nyenzachi bito nyenzachi obondotero omushiza bitu washachi bitu wabachi iwe noyefura boss lady oye pampagura ninye fast lady manyo kantama obotine chokunchiza kawisha murebe obunteteri banyuchika kushaja obumuhereza namiza garupozya yo mu rugambo kabanka kabureta.
Welcome back, our dear viewers. This is still Kids Talk Show. I would also like to thank Kids Talk Show for this opportunity for us to be here as kids, and we also have a voice to show. I would also like to thank our trainer, Mr. Richard Ategeka, for bringing us here, and also not forgetting our dear producer, Mandy Oscar. Thank you very much. We thank you as Kids Talk Show. I would also like to congratulate our dear candidates on finishing the primary level and completing their PLE, and now we are going to see what they have been facing during this long struggle of primary and how it has been for them in P7. So I would like our dear candidates to introduce themselves.
Well, my name is Mujer Arnold Kiza, and I'm happy to be back here since it was a long period ever since I came here. So it's a pleasure to meet you, and I wish you a blessed week as you are getting prepared. Thank you.
Hi all of you, my name is Burungi Shrine. Yeah, I was a candidate this year, and I'm learning from Buhinga Primary School. My experience has been very nice, and I'd like to wish all of you a very good weekend. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our dear candidates. Now, I would like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. How has your period during the mock been? How was the exam? How was the mock? How much pressure did you feel? Was the pressure okay, or were you just okay?
Well, the thing was medium ever since the mock results. It was shockful to some people, and it was putting us on the level that we are supposed to be. Because you cannot just tell me that you're going to do examinations of the nation, like you're going to do the national examination when you are not prepared for the first examination. Like I'm saying, it's mock. Mock was an examination that gave us the level which we are supposed to be on, that lined us up. Whoever was like, I'm the best, I'm the genius, but mock just put us on the lineup, and we were like on a struggle ever since third term began. And as to the whole country, not only the P7s, but also the primary lower level at large. So it has been a very large hassle for all of us, as we have been preparing for the national exam, since it was not a very easy task. And what I know, very many people outside there are very eager to wait for the examination results that we have done and what we have completed, since we have been prepared a lot, and for all teachers who have been preparing us with the pupils. You have said about the mock results and the experience that we have had with the candidates, and to me, I said that it has been a very genuine task for all of us who have been facing it. And here I mean, you may say that teachers have been harassing us, parents have been tough on us, but it has been all their effort that they have made us reach this point since we have completed the examinations. And my reminder is that not only that you have completed the exams, but you should not get overexcited because you have not yet seen the results, what you have got. But for my saying is to have hope and to believe that everyone will pass, for those who have been putting a lot of effort ever since mock mock results came, and for whatever you have been putting in, you as a candidate of primary 7 level, and to all other students who have been in the hustle of doing the exams, not only with the candidates as I've said, but also other primary learners, P6, P5, P4, and the rest. They have been putting a lot of effort, and they have been also doing hard for their level best. So to me, it has not been very hard time for us, but to many other candidates, it's of different story to them. But to me, as my experience has been, it has not been all that harsh. But I believe that everyone who has been putting effort will pass to his destination. So let me pass the microphone to our fellow.
Yeah. To me, like, the examinations were kind of, I did what I was able to do, and before the examinations in mock, like, I got what I wasn't that much expecting, but still, like, I continued saying I'm going to pass, and I just continued revising my books. And even I used to remember those days when I used to wake up early in the morning, when before almost our neighbors, all of them are still in bed, but I'm already up.
Yeah.
Just for the examinations. And actually, to me, like, in the evening, they used to come for me very late with my colleague Doris. But obviously, it was really nice for me, because during the evening times, whenever they could come for me late, I could get to revise with my friends, with the teachers. Like, they guide us on what to do.
What you have with us.
Yeah, like, they kind of tell us what to do. Like, if you find this examination, you just go in the examination, relax. Like, they kept
So
putting us more.
you're telling me that they used to come for you late in the evening, because as far as I know, candidates these days, as they were in third term, they were going home very late. So your teachers used to stay with you until they came for you.
Yeah, sometimes they used to stay with us until the boda boda guys come for us, or maybe our parents. But during that time, we get to discuss with the teachers outside class. They get to tell us how the world is after vacation, like what you should do. You should avoid bad peer groups. You should do this. You should do that. Avoid that. Like, such things. Yeah.
So were the teachers like advising you only on academics, or also with life skills?
Yeah, they are advising us on both academic skills and also life skills, as you all know. Yeah.
So I would like to ask you, has the pressure been a lot before your PLE? Have you been revising a lot? Have your parents given you time? Have your teachers given you time, or something like that?
Yeah, our parents have been giving us time. Like, for example, my parent, as I am the way I am, like, at home, I never used to do any work, because I was a candidate by that time, and I was like, whenever I go home late in the evening, I have to bathe, eat some food, and relax, or maybe read my books. And even actually, you have talked about the pressure. The pressure is about what you need. There's some people who, like, if you revise much, you won't get it. You won't get even the much that you have revised. To me, I've been like, I had a timetable which was telling me that if it's this time, you have to sleep, or else nothing. So to me, like, I'm a person who doesn't like working that much, but I get what I want in any time. Yeah.
So what do you expect from the PLE that you're from doing? Was it hard? Were most of the subjects simple? So what kind of results do you expect? What aggregates do you expect?
To me, like, what I expect is that I did my part. So I'm waiting for UNAIB or all the examiners who are marking or doing whatever they are doing. So to me, I did my part. So I'm waiting for the results, because I can't, like, tell you, because life also has its own changes. Yeah.
What about you?
Well, to me, as our fellow friend has been discussing with you, is that you cannot predict the future. But what I want to tell you is that we, the candidates, have hope of what we have done, and I cannot say that the exams will come bad. But for the effort, for the energy we have been putting, and for the hustle we have been fighting, is that for whatever we have written down, to my expectation, is what will be considered genuinely. And I do believe that everyone outside there who has been putting a lot of effort is going to get good results, and as to what I also believe. And another thing, we have been on a pressure, as they have told you. What I want to take you back behind there, it was like 3 weeks ahead of us. Time kept on going as the speed increased for our teachers to remove all the other things that have been left behind for us to catch up. And it was like a sudden that there are now 2 days, when it was a Sunday and it's tomorrow briefing. So it was putting us on a high target that we should have a peace of mind and not going into over relaxation and not going into over excitement. I don't think that what I'm saying, you other candidates are saying it as seeing it as a false, but I'm telling the reality. You might be there thinking that your side has been good, but not all of us. And what I have been telling you is, by that time of by that time of briefing, everyone was on a high pressure, or to an extent that some people collapsed, some people had panic. What might come, what may be overhead of us, and what will the paper look like. So I would like to comfort everyone who has been on a panic of PLE. Don't lose hope that you have done wrong, but to all that you have been putting is what will come up. And do not expect the best when you have not been sweating for it. Is it so bad for me to say? But that's all I could say to you, and all the candidates who are there listening, and all those who have been waiting for the day, and the days have ended, and it's now time for you to get out of whatever you have been putting in books, to put it in practice. Because most of us are interested in writing down, but what do you write down? Do you do it at home? You get it? Let it not be the academic performance, but let it also be life skills, as you have said that our teachers have been telling us. You might think that it's the end of it all, but there are some things that you need to take part in. You never know after the results what will be the next level, or what will be the next step for you to take. What I want to bring to you closer is that you people outside there, I know you have a lot of opportunities, a lot of friends to give you guidance, and a lot of people to share with you, but it's you who is supposed to have an option of what to take. Is it that you are going to take the wrong route or the right route? Here I mean, will you go in bad peer groups? Will you make bad decisions as well, and of which will force you to see forward of where you're going to make a step? Because most of us think that after the results we are going to go to big schools like Kampala, we are going to go to big schools in Mukono, we are going to go in big schools like in Mbarara, but it's of the results that you have been working for, and the results that will tell where to go. So what I want to remind you is that you should not get overexcited, because you cannot predict the future as well. And another reminder that I put to you other candidates, don't just sit down and wait for things to make themselves. It cannot happen. What I want to bring to you is that you should now step into action. Do what you're supposed to do that is beneficial. Don't just sit down and wait for things to be done themselves. It's you who is supposed to arrange them the way they're supposed to be, and you make a right decision as well, because you cannot just put something into step without a decision. With those few words, allow me to first break from here. Thank you.
So I would also like to ask you, candidates, had you at your schools completed the syllabus that you had to cover, or were you put on so much pressure that the teachers never knew what to do and you never completed the syllabus?
Well, to me, the syllabus was completed as well, and we were on a high pressure of it was like a demand that we have now completed the syllabus. Now, do we know whatever they have told us? So it was like teachers were pressurizing us to look for past papers, to look for textbooks, to go back behind since the syllabus is finished. So we did not just sit down, but we also put into step, instead of the teachers waiting for them to teach us, but we also had some other activities to do as well, like revision, like discussions, group work discussions, and of which I do believe that they have helped us a lot with the candidates.
So the teachers were putting you in groups so you can revise in your free time, or were you just revising individually?
No, we have not been revising individually because they tell us that you cannot do something alone and build it up. So we have been with other colleagues, teachers from outside have been coming to strengthen our capacity in the minds and to correct all the other mistakes that we have been doing. And to what I want to also tell you is that our teachers have been organizing us in group work discussions. Let's say today SST is coming and they are going to group us in a certain grouping, and tomorrow mathematics is also coming, he's going to also make his own group. So for those little groups we have been making at school, for the less you know, you never know, someone knows it, for you don't know it, and for you what you know, the other one does not know it. So that thing has been helping us a lot to correct the mistakes that we have been doing, because none of us is perfect. So that's what our teachers have been trying to build us in. So I think other candidates who are outside there, you have been experiencing that, and to what I'm saying, I believe it's the reality in other schools.
Okay, what about you?
Yeah, to me, like, kind of, what is the question again? Like, my mind is...
The teachers, okay, the preparations they have been putting us after the syllabus.
Yes. Yeah, to us, we finished the syllabus because, as they say that the last straw breaks the camel's back. And to us, like, we finished the syllabus because if you had passed through the paper, like, the examiners set questions in the last topics that we are almost finishing. And another thing about the group discussions to us were, like, kind of very good, because as they say, one head is better than one head.
Heads are better than one.
Yeah, two heads are better than one. So as to us, we are making group discussions late in the evening, early in the morning. And whenever, like, we never used to make noise that much because the chairs could get out, get enough time to revise our books. Unlike other classes where they think that they have all, like, they still have time where they make noise instead of revising their books.
Yeah, exactly.
And apart from that, for us in our school, for us they used to give us enough time for revision, for lunch, break, but we also used to have group discussions because for us, we teach a whole person. Like, my school teachers, my teachers and the whole school administration teaches a whole person from top to bottom. So we have also been having debates, and also we have also been having career guidances, like, unlike other schools which have not been experiencing that. Yeah.
So what do you, as yourselves, the candidates, you two, what do you expect? How many results do you expect from the examinations that you're from doing?
Yeah, to the results, I can't, like, tell you because I told you that fate has it all. Like, you can't say that you're going to become rich today, but tomorrow you find yourself on the streets.
And, like, you can't predict the future.
Yeah, you can't predict the future. Like, you can't tell what's going to happen. And about what? About, like, the results that I'm supposed to get. I'm going to reap what I saw. Like, I'm going to get the aggregates that I have been working for. Like, you shouldn't stop praying, you candidates, because you never know. Just pray that the examiners and the markers' hearts are, like, kind of softened. Like, they say, the child was almost passing the question. Like, gives the tick. You never know.
Lenience.
Yeah, because just one mark can make your grade. Yeah.
What about you?
To me, as I told you, my things are this side round. As our friend Shirem has been telling you, you cannot just predict the future, but it's to our expectations that we are going to pass for what we have been planting for to harvest what we have been planting for. And I do believe that for all whatever things that our teachers have been telling us and to all what practices we have been doing, I believe that we are going to pass, we as our entire center, with a P7 candidate.
Planned for this long holiday, for your vacation, what do you have planned?
To me, like, what I have planned is that I'm going to be starting up a carrot project where it will be raising money for pocket money, because at our home, so that we have that much land, but like I'm going to be getting sacks and fill them with soil, plant carrots and many other plant crops or food crops. And I'll also be helping my mother at the shop, whereby like she needs some help, because I won't be there sitting, and my mother will be, she's not supposed to be working, so I'll be like taking over the shop for the time. And another thing, like I'm also going to continue like putting up there's something that I'm trying to start up, but yeah, it's trying to come out. Yeah.
What about you?
To me, as I told you, you cannot just sit down there and wait for things to do themselves. Right now, I cannot predict what I'm going to do, but whatever is there in place, let's say at home for us, in reality, we have pigs, we have goats, we have rabbits, we have gardens to dig, and for that matter, for me at home, I'm upside down. This side round, because like I'm ever running, I'm ever planning for the pigs. So for me, it's not something new. I'm going to continue for what I've been doing, because we are going to officially begin the vacation tomorrow. I'm going to sit down and plan for like I make timetable like we used to do in the preparation for examinations. To me, I'm going to make a timetable. Let's say this whole week I'm going to spend it in the garden, and let's say next week I go in the pigs, because I cannot just do something at once and think that others are going to be done. So I'm going to be coordinating this one with this one. So to me, the voice I send to others, if you are there, you have land at your home, you shouldn't just leave it for your parents. It's your time right now. You have been saying that it's examinations, and now examinations are done. Now there is nothing to put on, and there is nothing to say that this thing is the one delaying me. So you have right time, you have free time. You are not having a pressure of pushing you into books. You have a variety of ideas to put on now, and you shouldn't just sit down. To me, as I have told you, I have a lot to do, so I cannot just say that I'm going to do this and finish it in that particular time, because whatever is there is what I do. So mbere so you get it. And another thing what I want to bring to you people, it's like gender balance. You parents, you cannot just leave a child there, let's say it's a boy, to do something, yet they have all been candidates. Let them all do the thing and complete it in right time, whereby you cannot leave a girl to do something alone and leave a boy to stay and do something. So let's all coordinate, let's all join hands. Whatever is not done, let's all fulfill it, we are in our vacation. So for that, allow me to stop from here.
Now, I would also like to ask the candidates that are here with me today, what advice can you give to the other candidates out there who have also finished their examinations, their PLE, and they are now all like, yeah, I'm done. Now I will sit down and rest and do everything I want to. What advice can you give to them?
To me, I had already summarized them in my talk. But what I want to remind you people is that do not just leave things to your parents, because you cannot tell me that a parent is going to do everything when you're just seated there. You just coordinate, do what is supposed to be put in place, and please obey what they tell you, and as well as putting respect into your parents. Do whatever they tell you, and do not just sit around and watch things doing themselves, because it cannot happen. what I want to mean to you is that things cannot work on their own. It's you, man, who is supposed to make them into action. I'm saying things cannot be done by themselves. It's you, man, who is supposed to do them for yourself. So you cannot just leave a hole to dig. Instead, it's you who just puts it into action and make it of use. So what I want to tell you is that things are very many and you cannot eat the world alone. So you're supposed to coordinate with your parents and do whatever they tell you. And please also have a peace of mind, have a piece of confidence that you can do something whereby you have free time, you have enough time, you have a lot of people to share with, and you have a lot of stuff to take into action. So for that matter, that's the voice I send to all the candidates who are going for vacation in this period. Thank you.
What about you?
Yeah, actually, like the kind of advice that I should give to to most candidates that have finished their exams is that you should not relax as my colleague has already said, but you should try to like, how should I say it, like boost up your brain. Like in the level that you're going to next is like kind of what you do not, but not what you are. And like in primary, it's what like this one is the head boy, so you should give him a free pass. But in secondary, you'll be determined by what you do. That's like your ways. They'll just say, turn his ways, just help him. But unlike another thing is that most of you who would like to go to boarding, don't waste your chances by not learning how to wash your clothing. Like for example, like I was once in boarding and there was this one child who never knew how to wash utensils, who never knew how to wash his clothing. Like the matron then used to wash for him. And whenever I could try to advise him, I was like, at home we are very rich. But I told him one day that, don't you know that one day you can easily lose what you have just in a blink of an eye. And another thing that I'd like to tell like the candidates that have finished their exams is that don't join bad peer groups, like the groups which tell you smoke. Like, just keep yourself busy. If you have to go to football, like you go to the football pitch and play till you get tired. If you are like, you want to use the internet, don't go for pornography. Just go for something that is building your brain, like building yourself. Like you can go and research among the best schools. You research about music that is rated for your age, so that like you can search for movies that are like above your age and you're not supposed to watch them. And the other thing is that, like, to me, you should try to start up something like at home.
Yeah.
Either you plant a tree, you say, I planted this tree when I finished my examinations. Like you have some evidence. Like either you start up a business of growing carrots. Like you buy your own carrots, you raise money for your pocket money in the next year. Like for example, you have a testimony of a boy in our village who was growing these eggplants, but okay, like at their home they weren't that much rich, but like the boy said, I have to grow eggplants. At the end of the vacation, the boy had 400,000, which was enough for his pocket money because he was going in a boarding school. Yeah.
So I would like to ask you, what advice would you give to the candidates of next year?
To the candidates of next year, like it's going to begin like remaining with a whole year. It goes to remaining with a month, remaining with weeks, hours, seconds, and lastly minutes. So you shouldn't wait for it to come to minutes, yet you still have a whole year waiting for you. So to me, I'm saying that like you should begin revising your books now, because the early bird catches the worm, as Proverbs say that. So like you should begin revising your books, set up timetables, like before the end of third term, like you have something like, you know, I have to get this right, and examination is going to come in your, like you're going to pass your examinations if you pass.
Yes, what about you?
To me, the voice I send to the next candidates because they are no longer sub candidates, is that you have been seeing it as a whole year, but as days keep on reducing, you'll find yourself that you have one day of which that will be the briefing. So it's high time for you right now to get each and everything that you have been revising, that you have been studying throughout the whole level of primary. Because even if you have not yet studied about the content of P7, you can now get time to check in your books whether you have captured everything. Because we people have an experience. They used to tell us that you people, can you revise? But we used to see it just like a story. Someone is telling us revise. But for what we have experienced, our teachers, what they tell us, they have experience. And for what we have also experienced is the truth. You people, you still have time. You still have time to ask your friends, to ask your teachers, to interact with others for what you have not understood. And for that matter, I will tell you, you will never regret. Since we are regretting a bit, but not all that much. But for you still have all that time. Use it profitably to gain what you have to attain. So for that matter, I remain saying that you candidates of next year should step into action and do it to the best that we have not reached. So allow me to stop from here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our dear candidates, for that discussion that you have given us today. And I would like to ask you to send your greetings to anyone who you wish.
Well, to me, I send greetings to my beloved parents, dad and mom, and to whoever is outside there wishing us well, and to the entire candidates who have just completed the primary level, and to keep on remaining you people to do what you're supposed to do in its right time, at the right place, and with the right person. So I also send greetings to our beloved teachers who have been having sleepless nights for us to complete our examinations safely. I also send greetings to every person who have been wishing us success, and I do believe and I do say to you that we are going to come with good results and for the best that you have been wishing us. So for that matter, I wish you a blessed week and a profitable week to everyone who is planning for it. Thank you.
Yeah. Like, to me, I like to send my regards to all the people that have been showing me courage, love through this journey, like including my teachers who have been having sleepless nights, and my teachers, Mr. Kajura, Ch. Christine, Mrs. Kusemerawa Annette, Mrs. Okello, Mr. Mgisa, and Mr. Twine. And I'd also like to send all my regards to my beloved parents, my friends, Jeremiah Kayanja, Tyra Kanyuzi, and Rishma, plus Rita. And I'd also like to greet everyone who has ever been showing me courage and kind of love in my journey, because it was not easy for me. Yeah.
Thank you very much, our dear candidates. And now let's go for a short break, and we'll be right back.
Fort TV. Stay entertained.
Shake your waist as a side and side. Aye, Scuba, Fala, Kasuka, hey, this one does knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes. Hey, this one does knees and toes, eyes, ears, nose and mouth. Hey, this one does knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes. Hey, this one does knees and toes, eyes, ears, nose and mouth. Are you ready? Yeah. Get ready. Yeah.
Welcome back, our dear viewers, from that short break, and I would like to wish the two candidates and all the candidates around the world who have completed their PLE and other examinations a very colorful success. We wish for them to pass with flying colors, and I thank them for going through the journey and caring for the lower classes. And now, I would like to thank you for watching Kids Talk Show. Let's have a debate.
Thank you very much. A very good afternoon. My name is Were Marvin Derrick, and I'll be acting as the chief judge of the debate today that we are having between Team Japan and Team France. So our audience at large, you're most welcome. We request that you give us the most convenient audience as we hear from our two antagonistic bodies today. So thank you very much, and we shall have our first speaker from Team Affirmers.
The opposers, the proposers.
Pick the microphone.
The proposers plus the opposers, the audience plus the judge, good afternoon. I'm by the names of Asimo Timothy Prosper, and before I go far, I would like to first introduce my team. The second speaker will be Babazi Natasha, another one will be Omjisha Elizabeth. The motion for today states that children should be free to access phones and social media. I would like to first explain the key terms. Phones are gadgets that are used in communication. I would like to give reasons why I'm supporting this motion. Phones help children in study. Yeah, I mean that, like when they give homework to children, you can go home. In case you forget anything, you can use a phone to ask questions. You can go to Google and ask questions. Phones also help children to communicate in case of any problem. In case you have got lost, when you're having your phone, you can call your mother or father, and then they come and pick you up from that place. Another one is that phones help pupils to get more information about things. Like now we are debating. You can use the phone to know what are phones, what is social media, and what is the meaning of access. Phones also
Unprotected time.
Phones help children to communicate easily. When in case of any problem, you can call your mother or father and make him know. Granted.
I would like to inform you on the point where you said that that children may use a phone to research on the homework that have been given. I'd like to tell you that they also have the classwork books where they've been learning their work from. They can also take those books home and use them to do their homework.
But sometimes teachers can give questions. You go to research about a topic. You have not yet started it, but they give you those questions to go and you research about them. And when you granted.
I'd like to inform you that teachers do not give things that we have not yet learned about and then teach them after. They give us questions of things that they will not teach us, which we should learn by ourselves.
But at first, when the teacher is going to start a topic, he might decide to give you questions and then you go and research about them.
Protected time.
Phones help children to be more famous. Like when you go to social media, many people will know you. They get to, and when like you can draw something, You put your name there, you send it to social media, and many people will know you as an artist, and many people can employ you, companies, hotels, and many others. Those are my points.
Time up. Thank you very much. We shall have the first speaker from Team Negators.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Team Japan and my team. But first of all, good afternoon to you all. My name is Atim Valeria Precious, and I am in primary 4. And first of all, I would first like to continue as the Japan, as Team Japan, one of the speakers in Team Japan. I want to tell you that you said that the teachers give some questions to the children, but I'm saying some hard questions that they have not yet learned about. I would first like to tell you that not all questions are hard. Some questions need common sense. As you know, some questions they can ask you something so simple, and you should also use your common sense, because not all things should be learned from class or the teacher. That's what I wanted to say. So my views are phones and social media are not for children. The reason why I'm saying this is because some children will know things they are not supposed to know. Like there are some platforms like TikTok. That platform is not for children. And my second point is some people say that phones help some children to research. Like if they have given them difficult questions, they go and search on phones. But really, this generation, not only phones can help us. We have our parents who went to school, and they can also easily help us to answer those questions, because our parents, really, this generation.
Unprotected time.
That's it.
You talked about some work need the common sense, but what about the rest of the work? That means it is the work of the phones.
Not only phones, so that's why I said some of our parents went to school, and we can easily ask them, and they may also know some things, and they might also give us some knowledge and even explain more than our teachers. As I was continuing, as I was also saying that some people, as you know, even there are some people that never went to school earlier, but really these days you can even find an old person going to school.
Protected time.
Going to school that never went even to school, but they still go to school. Even as you know, also these days there are really high chances of going to school. And I was also saying that if they have given you any difficult questions, you shouldn't just go and ask. You should also first think, then you go and ask that's something that you have not understood. So I conclude by saying that phones and social media are not the only things that we can easily use to ask questions or use things.
Time up.
Thank you.
Angel Natasha, the second speaker from the opposite side, and I think the first speaker in opposition side in the proposition side did not explain the key term of social media. Social media are interactive technologies that facilitate the creation of sharing of content, ideas, interests, and other forms of expression through virtual communities and the networks. The first speaker in the opposition side said that phones, they are not for children. Take a scenario in India. For them, they don't care. Children of Indians, they just give them phones even if they watch TikTok or those things that promote immorality. For them, they don't care. They can watch. I want to first the first point of mine is phones provide much information than teachers. For example, we always stay in schools, and when we have not understood the things the teachers teach us, we always ask questions. And if we ask questions, sometimes
Unprotected time.
sometimes the teachers rejected, please, rejected. And sometimes the teachers we give them questions. That teacher, what is but you have said this, but I've not understood. Then the teacher says that you first wait, I will explain to you. Then when they give you an activity, then the teachers go back on Google, then they research for that question, and then they come back and they give you the answer. Can't you see phones are important? The second is they are for research. Take a scenario in lockdown. Children used not to learn, and they used to get phones, and then they research. Like for example, SST. Those things about independence, they make more research about them than they learn. I want to conclude by saying that phones are really important in our lives. Dear judges and the House at large, thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. We can have the second speaker from Team Negators.
Thank you, Team Japan, and thank you, Team France. And I would also like to say good afternoon to the audience. I would like to start off by telling the second speaker of Team Japan that even though these Indians don't care about what their children watch, this promotes indiscipline in their country of India, of which I do not believe India is a disciplined country, is an indisciplined country. I would like to start off my points by saying social media is one of the known sources of wrong information. E.g., His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has died. There are social media platforms like TikTok and YouTube that show bad videos or clips that are not good for children. For example, people stripping, either male or female. It is not good for the children of our community today. Some children are given phones to do things like making emergency calls and research, but they get distracted with different platforms like TikTok, like YouTube, as I have said, watching bad things which they are not supposed to watch. It's promoting indiscipline in our country of Uganda and other countries. Like for example, in some countries like Greenland, children are not supposed to have phones until they are 15, and that is why they are one of the most educated countries. And other countries like Finland don't allow their children to have phones until the age of 18. This is why Finland is one of the most educated countries like Greenland. And I was still saying, children are given phones to make emergency calls or maybe research, but these social media platforms are distracting them to do other things. These platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Biscuit, Instagram, Facebook, and many others, they are spoiling the children of Uganda's community today. I conclude by saying that children should not really have phones or be allowed to use social media in Uganda, because it is destroying our community today. And if we do not act now, it will destroy for the world, for our grandchildren and our children of tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can I have the third speaker?
Thank you, the team France and my team from Japan. And today I would first like to introduce myself. I'm called Owongchi Elizabeth from Jara Primary School. As today we are talking about children should be free to access phones and social media, and we completely support the motion. And I would like to first rebuttal the points that we got from the negating side, that some parents went to school. Even if I go to baby, have gone to school, I have accessed education. But you are saying that have gone to school. But already, if I've gone to baby, they take me as I've gone to school. And will you come that, mother, what is population? I don't know. In baby, they learn about shading, how to shape letters and others. Now again, you tell me that the children will come and say, I want to get my parents, and they tell me what is it, or what is this, and what is that. No, it is not correct, because the parents you go there will say, I don't know, I never went to school. But they are saying that many people access education. But we are saying many people have not gone to school because they don't have money. You cannot tell me that if you don't have money, you're going to school. You cannot go to learn for free. Schools want money. Even if we see here the large number of pupils, they go to schools that want money. Now, if you don't have money, you will not access the education. Another one that rejected, that YouTube and TikTok show bad pictures. Not all that show bad pictures. We have seen some of you when we came here in the morning. You were on the tablets seeing some videos. Not all are bad. Some are educative. Just it is your brain and yourself who take yourself to those bad pictures, and they promote immorality. Another thing I want to talk about, my first speaker, what he talked about, that phones help in research in case of homework. We have seen even here in Media Club, they give us some work to go and research on. They want to promote research work.
Protected time?
Because they want us to be good users of phones. In future, we are seeing technology is increasing, so we need phones so that we can increase on our brain capacity and on how to use technology that this is increasing in Uganda. Don't think about those traditional days in Uganda that we are using traditional methods of communication. They were taking a lot of time, and the communication cannot be targeted to the right person. So I say phones are very important because communication can be taken to the right person, and I'm saying phones help in research work. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We shall have the third speaker from Team Negators.
Thank you, Team Japan and France. Today's resolution states that this House believes that children should be free to access phones and social media. I'm here to oppose the motion by saying these children are not supposed to have them because the videos that they see on these phones are not for their age. And as our second speaker said, that YouTube and TikTok show the videos like pornography, which is not okay for children. And I'd like to inform the third speaker of farmers that these parents may go to baby and they are counted as that they went to school, but they again go back and learn when they are grown up. As the first speaker said, that they are going to go back to school. Thank you. We are not, and another thing, India, this girl who said that Indians allow their children to have phones. Do you yourself, do you see that it is okay? No, you don't, because children use these phones, spoil children. So children are
unprotected time?
Do
Granted.
you know that some videos do not require the age because they are put there for everyone to watch?
But are they all videos that are good? No, they are not. So we believe that these videos which we see are some are good, some are bad, but those children who see bad videos, it's because that they have phones and they get them from our phones. But if you can use a parent's phone alone, you will not see these bad videos because they are only given to you by a parent and their phones have parental control. Thank you, Team Japan and France.
Okay, thank you very much. We shall have the reply speeches from one of the speakers of both sides. And always we have our reply speech first coming from Team Negators. So I want your reply speech in 1.5 minutes. So if you're ready, come on floor. As Team Affirmers, you prepare for your reply speech.
I would like to introduce myself. I forgot to introduce myself as I was speaking. My name is Mwanga Pendo Francis. I am in P4 class, and I want to convince the judge that we should win because of the following reasons. As our first speaker said, these social media platforms are spoiling the children of the community today. As the first speaker of the farmers said that the first speaker of the farmers said that our funds are used for research. One, as our second speaker said, these funds are not needed for research. We have educated parents of this generation. We are not in the generation of the 19th where our parents are not educated, where our mothers are not educated. You go and ask your mother asking her what is a map, and she tells you, I don't know what a map is. This generation is a golden generation of educated parents and students. You can even ask your teacher of a question you don't understand. You can go ask your parent, or the other alternative is, yes, go to Google on phones and ask, but that is not the main alternative. We have very many other sources of information.
Speaker, I think my team has won because of the support and reasons given. Like, phones provide much information than teachers, and they help in research purpose. I therefore stand to rest my case. Thank you.